Up, new agents? Stephen Hurd with Hurd Homes Real Estate here in Orange County, California. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about 9 steps to launch your real estate career in the first 30 days. So let's go ahead and get into step 1. Step number 1 is to find a brokerage. There are so many brokerages out there with very different models, but here's how you interview with them, and here's how you figure out which one you want. Step number 1 is take a few minutes to list out what your goals are. What are your goals for your career? What are your goals for your personal life? What skill sets do you have to bring to the table? What are some areas of weakness you have? Get really clear on what you want to get out of the next 3 to 5 years, because as you're interviewing with these companies, if you're clear on what you want, it'll become clear on which company is best for you. Step number 2 in that is to hear out a few options. So go to a few different brokerages and see their different models. There are boutique real estate offices that serve very niche communities. There are big companies like Keller Williams and EXP that run off a cap model. You only pay a certain amount into the company split. There are companies that have specific opportunities with specific lead types. There are companies that focus on auction model. There's a lot of different companies, and you need to figure out and hear out some of the options to determine which is best for you. But I can promise you, if you're not clear on what you want, nobody's going to take you seriously, and it's going to be really hard to find a place that you're going to be happy with long term. Step number 2, really simple, get a professional photo. Find out what other realtors have good professional photos that you know, and try to get a professional photo. You're going to need that for a lot of your marketing. And so try to get a professional photo done. That's just kind of the basics. Step number 3, set up your basic marketing. So when you decide upon a company, you should get a website, business cards, and an email signature. So most of the companies that you sign up at will provide a website to you. Do not go down the rabbit hole of trying to build your own site unless, of course, you ran a tech company or you built websites in the past, or maybe you successfully ran and sold some kind of great tech startup. If that is not you, you're like the typical real estate agent and you're not going to be good at designing a website. Don't worry, there are millions of companies out there that have already mastered that process, but most of the real estate companies like eXp Realty gives you a free website, a free customer relationship manager. Also, you're going to want to get your business cards. That's really simple. You're going to want to find a template you like, find a local printer, get that done, and then an email signature. You can usually use the one the company provides you. They'll normally have a decent looking one, or you can hire someone on Fiverr.com or hire a graphic designer. But I recommend in the beginning, you really just want to get going as fast as possible. You do not want your to think, oh, my marketing's got to be perfect in the beginning. Why? Because your brand is who you are, and you don't know who you are in real estate yet. You need to go out and hustle and work hard for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. Then it'll become apparent what value you add to the industry, who you are, what clients will be attracted to you, and then you have a foundation for a good marketing campaign. Step number 4 is put together a list of your sphere. So what you want to do is you want to get a spreadsheet, name, last name, phone number, email, address, and how you know them. And you want to list every single person that you know. Then you want to prioritize that. Let's say there's 200 or 300 people. Best place to start is your cell phone. Let's say you upload your list of contacts in your cell phone. Maybe there's 400 or 500 people. You're going to want to prioritize it to the top 50 to 100 people that you feel would support you or refer you. These are the people that you're really going to try to reach out to first. Step number 5 is start promoting yourself. So all of that other stuff, the professional photo, set up your basic marketing, find a brokerage, that should take you no longer than 2 weeks. If it takes you longer than 2 weeks, you're in analysis paralysis, you're wasting your time and everyone else's time. Get going, take action, find your place, and get your marketing set up. Now you need to start promoting yourself. So step number 5. First thing you can do is an announcement letter to your sphere of influence. So all those people on your sphere of influence that you felt like would refer you and you would connect with, you want to send them a personalized letter, not a handwritten letter, like on a letterhead and an actual letter in the mail. Hi, but just wanted to let you know that I've just started real estate. I started it because of these reasons. I've decided to partner with this company. Here's the value I have to offer you. I can help you guys find homes, sell your home, analyze your real estate portfolio, go through some of the value you provide. If you ever have any questions, visit my website. I look forward to connecting with you soon. I'll give you a call in the next few weeks to check in. Boom, that gives you permission to follow up with a call. And on that call, that's a great time to ask for a referral or an introduction to someone. Hey, now that I'm in the real estate business, I wanted to see who do you know I can help. So that announcement letter is going to be key. But if you're not, I've seen a lot of agents get tripped up on that. So let's lower the bar. If you can't implement that within 1 week, that's not for you. We're going to go to things we can implement. First thing you want to do is post educational content on social media weekly. So as you're going to your brokerage's trainings, as you are learning stuff from researching online, you want to be posting tidbits here and there on social media. That's going to stay in front of your sphere, in front of people. Third thing you want to do is you want to host open houses every Saturday and Sunday at a minimum. You started in real estate, welcome to open houses every single weekend. If you're a new agent, you really should be doing them 3 to 5 times a week on vacant listings. So how do you get an open house? You reach out to other agents within your brokerage or other agents you know, or you go to the broker previews and you develop connections and you say, hey, when you're not hosting a listing open, I'd like to be considered to help you host it open. You will find agents that, sometimes they want to take a weekend off. Some agents don't like doing open houses, and you catch opportunities just by showing up. So host open houses every Saturday and Sunday, which reminds me, you're going to have to get your open house signs and that basic marketing that we talked about in step 3. Then you'll want to attend networking mixers. So you want to look in your community, you want to look online, you want to check out places like Eventbrite and Meetup, and you want to find local networking mixers or events that you can attend. That way you can start building connections, start collecting business cards, and start establishing yourself in the community. And then lastly, as you build momentum, you want to start hosting client events. Now, one of the client events I love is a family photo day. I pay for a photographer, I rent a park, I invite my clients, I rent a spot at a park, I invite my clients, and we do family photos for them for free. Now, that is a long-term goal of yours. To start in the beginning, this might just be having friends over, having a dinner party to announce that you are in real estate. Invite a few of your friends over and say, hey, we're hosting a dinner. I just got my real estate license. I'm excited. I wanted to celebrate with friends. Are you guys available next Saturday? And just have people over for dinner. This business is a relationship-based business. In fact, one of the highest producing activities you can do is spend time with people you enjoy who have the opportunity to buy or sell real estate. That's what's so cool about it. Step number 6, find a mentor. Okay, you need to find someone who has the business that you want. You need to look up their production. You need to see what kind of income they're earning, see what kind of lifestyle they're living, and you want to see, is this a person whose business and lifestyle I would like to model? So you want to find that mentor. Now, you also want somebody who has the time to mentor you and is passionate about helping others. You'll notice these people usually in your office or when you're interviewing coaches, real estate coaches. You find people who are passionate about helping others. That's one of the reasons I joined eXp Realty, because anybody who joins up under me, I get to mentor them. They don't pay me a dime, and I'm excited. I love helping people. I love seeing them be successful, and the company eXp pays me to help them be successful, which is so cool. So find somebody who's passionate, who has a genuine desire to teach and train others. And then lastly, make it mutually beneficial. Again, with the company that I'm at, eXp Realty, they pay us generously to help new agents succeed. So it's a win-win for both of us. I get paid when you succeed, and you get paid when you succeed. So step 6 is find a mentor. That is one of the biggest challenges that you're going to have in this business. And this is also where a lot of agents get tripped up because their ego is frankly too big. They don't think they need to learn from other people, or they're too afraid to ask questions. One of the things that really helped me out when I was in elementary school was a lot of the other kids were scared to ask questions because they didn't want to feel stupid. I put my hand up, and if I look stupid, that's fine. I want to know the answer because I want to get a good grade, because I'm focused on my life and my goals and my dreams, and I don't care. I'm never going to see these kids after this, right? So find a mentor. Step number 7, attend as many trainings as you can. You're going to be drinking through a fire hose once you start real estate. One of the cool things at our company is you get to, like I said, attend all the trainings that we offer. You get to be connected to agents like me who are closing 20 million plus sales volume a year. You get to be connected with agents who are closing $600 million in sales volume a year. But you need to go to as many trainings as you can, and you need to start with industry knowledge. You need to understand the residential purchase agreement, the listing agreement, the buyer-broker agreement. You need to understand the contracts, the rules, and the laws that are going to affect you and your clients. That's where you want to start. Then from there, you want to really focus in on sales training. Unless nobody has told you yet, if you've gotten your real estate license, this is a sales job. This is not a relationship job. This is not an administrative job. This is not a marketing job. This is a sales job. If you're not good at connecting with people, establishing influence, asking good questions, overcoming objections, qualifying clients, giving proposals, handling difficult conversations, then this business is going to be really, really hard for you. You want to ask yourself, do I love cold calling people? Do I love door knocking? Do I love getting rejected? If you don't particularly like any of that, this is going to be a really tough career for you unless you're like a lot of us who we hate all that stuff, but we're super driven by our goals, so we're willing to overcome it. So with that being said, get sales training, and then you want to move on to self-development. So you want to learn time management, financial management, how to budget a profit and loss. But in the beginning, just start with that industry knowledge and that sales training. Step number 8, you want to focus on results. Every week, your goal should be to get a result. And that result should be around production. So here's what I mean. You're in sales, you're a real estate agent. You only get paid when you sell something and you close a sale, which by the time you meet the client until the time you close is usually 3 to 6 months. Okay, so if you're wasting time building your website or focusing on this flyer or doing all these time-wasting, low dollar per hour activities, you're not going to have sales for 3 to 6 months. And that is scary. That's not a lifestyle that anybody wants. So what do you do to be different from a lot of the other realtors who are doing that? You focus on results. You should focus on 4 things each week. How many contacts you make, how many appointments you set, how many listings you take, and how many contracts you accept. When you're in the beginning, you might have a hard time getting listings, setting appointments, and getting contracts accepted. So what do you focus on? You focus on your contacts. How many people do you talk to about buying or selling real estate? Anyone that you talk to about buying or selling real estate counts as one contact, okay? So focus on results. Step number 9 is course correct weekly, and this is the final step. You're going to be listening to your mentor. You're going to be setting up your marketing. You're going to be hosting open houses, attending trainings, focusing on results, and you're going to be reaching out to your sphere to start promoting yourself. Now what do? Each week, you meet with yourself for an hour or you meet with your mentor for an hour, and you ask yourself a couple questions. What activities brought me production results? So what did I do this week that got me listings, contacts, contracts, and appointments? And what you'll tend to find in this business is that you can spend a lot of time doing things that feels productive, but the only productive thing in real estate is selling homes. So if you got to the end of the week and you didn't make at least 100 contacts, appointments, contracts, all that stuff, then you know that you focused your time on time-wasting activities. So what do you ask yourself? What activities stopped me from getting into these productive activities? And you identify those activities and you ask yourself, how can I eliminate these or delegate these or remove them from my schedule altogether? So course correct weekly. There's no such thing as failure. It doesn't matter how slowly you're moving. As long as you're making progress, you're not a failure because you're just simply testing things. In the first few years of your career, I promise you, don't put that pressure on yourself to try to be perfect. Put pressure on yourself to go out there, take action, get a feel for things. Get a feel for how this business works, how people conduct themselves, how other agents operate, how you want to operate. Find your voice, see who you are, and then from there, then you're going to try to make iterations and be better and be quote unquote perfect, right? But that's never going to happen. You're always just trying to get a little bit better, and don't be afraid to fail forward. So 9 steps for new agents. Hope this checklist was helpful. I encourage you, if you are a new real estate agent, join a company that's going to support your goals, support who you want to be, And again, if anybody's interested and wants to carry on a conversation with me and eXp Real Estate, we have insane training collaboration. You get 7 different mentors, all extremely successful, all people making over $500,000 a year in real estate. Everyone who's coaching you and training you in our company and our team is making over $500,000 in real estate gross commission income. So if that interests you and you like the thought of having a lot of support, a lot of technology, a lot of tools, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'll put my profile in the description. Thank you guys for watching this. If you're watching this video, please subscribe, and thank you for being a part of this.